Alright, going to load up the tune for the Trans Am here. Open what we had. We got this cable here. Plugs into the ignition box there, and then has a USB on this side. Alright, got her all plugged up. Ta-da! Now I'm going to turn the pump's on the, it's on that switch on the far left, but it's also on the ignition switch. I had it just turned on, so you can just start the car and the pump comes on. I'm going to turn it off now, because I have to turn the key on to load the tune. I don't want the pump to be running. And that was Chris's idea, which is a good idea, to wire it in that way. And we're using the boost retard curve table because we have a map sensor connected. Now if you don't have a map sensor connected, you would use the run retard curve table. Now they make a map sensor for motor, and even if you use that one, you'd be on the boost table. But if you're not using a map sensor connected to the ignition box, you use this run retard curve table. You can put a curve in, but we've got a map sensor hooked up to it, so we're just using the boost retard curve table, and we're using the 3-bar map sensor. Anything below 15 is a motor. This is how much timing it pulls. And right there I pulled 5 degrees. That's 5 pounds of boost roughly. But I already pulled I've already pulled 4 degrees out of the box, so we're not going to start pulling time until 5 degrees. And then I'm doing 1 degree per pound of boost. Then after that I kind of leveled it off a little bit, but that's 15 pounds of boost. We're not going to go any higher than that until we get dual needle and seat fuel bowls. But let's load this in. Alright, to load it in, you click on transfer PC to MSD. Something ain't working. Sometimes you gotta change the COM port. It's not registering. There it is. I finally registered it. Now, I put Windows 10 on this computer and now it's slower. But it should say boot. Oh, my bad. We're going to use all data. There it goes. Yeah, it works. I tell you, when we first hooked this up, I had to go through driver after driver on the USB to figure out to get it to connect to the COM port. But do your port and your refresh, and then go back in there and look and see if the port's available. It'll be the one highlighted black. The rest of them will be grayed out. But yeah, it's transferring. There we go, all done. Now we can unhook this. Let's see how she fires up. This thing cold starts so easy. I've never seen a carburetor car cold start so easy. Question is, does it go in gear good? Yeah. I could probably lean it out a little. We'll let it warm up and then we'll put it on the brake. fast it does. Alright, let's see what it does on the brake. I adjusted those idle mixer screws out too far. Let's lean into it. Oh man. And the AFR went to 11.5. It's burning all the stuff off the pipes and stuff, but I put a board down there, make sure the turbo wasn't leaking. It's not leaking. That's still leaking just a hair, and them 12 AM fittings are leaking. They make those conical seals. I might buy some of those instead of replacing the fittings, because sometimes when you try to replace some fittings, you have to cut the line, and we can't cut the line. But you're supposed to set these in gear, and I don't have nobody to leave the car in gear, and I went way too far, because when I put it in gear it went to like 14 AFR. So loosen them about 3/4. So based on the trans brake rip, I think that carburetor is going to be perfect. I don't even think it probably needs the jets changed, but we're gonna have to drive it to see that. And I'll do that one other day because the roads are still wet and it's supposed to rain again. I don't want to get stuck out in the rain with them slicks. But yeah, one problem with this carburetor though, I mentioned before, sometimes it gets stuck. Why is that piece move and then stop? I don't think that's supposed to be flipped around there like that. Oh yeah, it is. I'm gonna leave that shaft up. That should fix that. There you go, guys. Trans Am's on the brake. It was making boost. I let off the gas. I don't know how much bass it was making. I don't have a gauge for this one. And I can't get the MSD to read while the car is running. So we'll get a boost gauge, we'll figure it out. That's gonna do it for this video. Y'all like and subscribe, have a good one.